Hi there, thanks for tuning into Album ReBrews. Please note, we do drink while recording this podcast, and if you choose to drink along at home, we encourage you to do so responsibly. Enjoy the episode. Cheers.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Album ReBrews. I'm the first 99 gecs. My name is Logan.
I'm America's favorite little piss baby, Sarah.
I'm the hand crushed by a mallet, Zach.
That's pretty good.
And welcome to Album ReBrews.
If it wasn't clear, we're rebrewing 100 gecs, debut LP 1000 gecs.
That's so many gecs.
It's a whole lot of gecs. So we're just three of them today.
Remember when 21 Pilots was in their heyday, and the biggest thing was like, where are the other 19 pilots? Because they were a band of two people.
I would take your word for it. I don't really know that.
I had
that
to do
well.
a lot of math in my head just now for that.
I was like, yeah, hold on. What about it should be 20, right? There are two.
They had a third guy, I think.
No, it was just
It was just two.
No, whenever they did the EP, I thought.
What? I don't know them that well.
Siri, did 21 Pilots have a third guy?
No.
Hey, Jamie, can you pull up the Wikipedia article for 21 Pilots?
We did the Joe Rogan bit last time. Let's talk about 100 gecs.
Yes, please.
This episode is going to be a little bit special because we're not drinking alcohol because I got too depressed and they put me on meds.
We're drinking our own urine.
I'm not, per my doctor's orders, allowed to drink alcohol. So I brought something special that Zach doesn't know about yet. And I think you'll agree with me. It fits the vibe.
Oh, it certainly fits the vibe.
Is it a real lizard?
Oh, shit.
That's for next episode.
Damn it!
I brought Monster Energy drinks.
Yo, I'm so happy about this. I love Monster.
We've got the classic green
Guys.
Monster Energy drink. Y'all want a little ASMR?
This is so bad. No, this is great. This is bad, though. I was productive this morning. Doesn't happen. Thanks, SSRI.
Welcome to Album ReBrews. We're all on SSRIs.
I woke up this morning. I took a pre-workout, which is about 4 cups of coffee of caffeine.
Holy shit.
no.
And I worked out. I took the dog on the walk. You know, I did some light reading.
Yeah.
And I got coffee. So I have like 6 cups of coffee in me already.
Oh, buddy.
We're also planning on recording 2 episodes today. We're going to do GEC ep and future undisclosed ep that will be released at a later date. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this.
Please tell me about Monster and why you chose to pair it with such a...
I had to go with something. In my mind, 100 gecs is the culmination of all of the 8th grade, middle school energy.
Yeah.
And I felt like Monster paired nicely with that.
I think so, yeah.
I agree.
So, short of snorting pixie sticks.
Did you guys ever have lock-ins when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
I always had a concession stand selling Monster, and you drink 3 of them, and
Just bounce
Not
off the
at my
walls.
school. Jesus Christ. No, we had Papa John's and Hawaiian Punch. Yeah.
Should we do our traditional cheers and get into it?
Yeah. Cheers,
Cheers.
dears.
So
Cheers,
loopy.
Gex.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's so good.
Ugh.
You can taste the bull sperm.
That's Red Bull.
Oh, yuck.
Logan and I were talking because we went to purchase these right before you hear us now. And we were like, how many should we get? We only got 3 regular Monster Energy drinks. And I disclosed that in college, I used to work for an event planning organization, and we got sponsored by Monster one time, and I had 2 Monsters and had a panic attack in the bathroom. So we're just going to have one
So this
today.
would be a good episode, yeah.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Logan, start us out.
Wait, can I make a comment?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up?
This is like the evil twin brother to your last album you picked. This is like the good side of the Mango Love was the good side of the rainbow, and this is the
Evil, dark.
This is dark,
the dark
Logan.
lightning side.
I picked this album because I couldn't not talk about it. It's too exciting and too engaging for me to be able to just let it pass by. I think particularly the production is really interesting to me. Just because it sounds like schizophrenic and ridiculous.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything like this maybe ever. It sounds like all of the bass boosted like Minecraft videos that I watched in like 8th grade.
I wanted to make an analogy of do you remember when acoustic, or we don't remember because we were not born, we were in little twinkles in our parents' eyes, but when electric guitar first came out, distortion was just like an effect whenever you like ran too much through the amp. And it like took a little bit for people to like start playing with distortion as a tone. And I feel like that's what they're doing with like the editing in their DAW. They're like, let's just bass boost it and peak it out, and now it's a tone instead of like an accident or whatever.
Yeah.
It reminds me of it's like dubstep for Zoomers.
It's like
Sure.
the peak of like maximalist production.
Yeah.
They're just doing the most all the time.
100 gecs is like Skrillex was to us. The analogy I'm trying to make is our Skrillex when we were 13 is 100 gecs for kids that are 13 now.
100
think
gecs
so?
is Skrillex for like Gen Z kids with an Adderall prescription.
I'm very, very excited about this.
Get into it.
Yeah, so the album starts off with 745 Sticky. This album just kind of gets going from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should play a little bit of the intro of this song.
Absolutely.
I make my money on my own, yeah. Waking up 5 in the morning, yeah. Throw money in the oven, yeah. Fuck sleep and his cousin, yeah.
Me after this monster. Fuck sleep and its cousin.
This is my new morning song. It's like set to go off when my alarm goes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I feel like this band kind of takes the like braggadocio of like rap and hip hop, but like turns it into like tongue in cheek, electronically produced sort of music.
Totally. We'll talk about it later too with God, I mean, I can't read this title without making like computer names, but it's I Would Never Stop You. Like that one is kind of a similar sentiment where it's a cliche like 2000s love song, but just dialed every dial all the way up.
I feel like
11.
Tumblr had a big part in making this album a reality.
Absolutely.
I don't think this album would have existed without Tumblr.
No.
And I'm not particularly in tune with Tumblr, but I know you are.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, that was a big phase of my life, like in high school, was being very online. I won't disclose my Tumblr username here, but I was featured in 2 different BuzzFeed articles for my posting. And Tumblr, I think, had a hand in this just because Tumblr is kind of probably like Reddit, one of those internet places where it's sort of an echo chamber, but like an echo chamber where you kind of like throw shoes in the dryer and it starts rumbling around and it gets louder and hotter and more obnoxious and people just keep adding and adding and adding to it.
That's a good analogy for this album.
Shoes in a dryer.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I don't have a ton to say about this song in particular other than like it sort of establishes the tone and the style of 100 gecs.
Totally.
Which is just, I don't know, bananas production. I remember in a Song Exploder episode, Laura Less and Dylan Brady, who are the 2 members of 100 gecs, were talking about their production style and why their music sounds the way it does. And generally they were saying like, we just get a kick out of it sounding that way. Like we're making the music that we want to listen to, which is what oh boy, the mosh is
it burns your nose when you burp it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I already have heartburn.
Spicy.
I feel like that's sort of like an empty platitude that artists kind of like, I don't know, just say when they're asked like, oh, well, why does your music? And they're like, oh, we just write the music that we want to write. And if our fans like it, our fans like it. But 100 gecs' music sounds kind of nasty.
Yeah, this is unappealing.
It's kind of like Primus is like good, like they're very technically proficient, but like everyone's like Primus sucks.
Right.
It's like that's how I kind of felt when I came into this album. I was like, this is good, I think.
It's definitely an acquired taste.
Yes.
I don't think anybody would go out of their way to listen to 100 gecs until they were in. I mean, because it's almost sort of like an in-joke. It's like, it's bad but that's what makes
It's
it
done
good.
artistically. I think they make jazz. If they didn't know how to play any jazz instruments, they just knew how to work a DAW.
Yeah. there's definitely technical proficiency
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And I think I want to tie it back to dubstep because I feel like a lot of the arguments people were making against dubstep as like a true artistic form were that like it's just computers and anybody can do it if they know how to press buttons on a keyboard. But the fact of the matter is that there's so much more going on behind the scenes, and I think we kind of hit on this with Sean Wasabi a little bit.
Yeah.
The interesting thing I think about this album is that it's got like that cohesive like gecs sound, you know? I think people kind of think that 100 gecs is a one-trick pony, and it's just a bunch of like crunchy noise and big computer beep boops and intelligible or unintelligible vocals. But there's like ska influences on here. There's like drum and bass, like heavy drum and bass. There's like a bunch of sort of genre bending to fit the geck mold. That's so fun. So you can tell they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I think the vocals are a big part of 100 gecs sound.
Totally.
Because they're super, super unique in their production and the way that they're sung. And most of their vocals are pitch shifted or auto-tuned in a way that makes them like almost sound not human. It almost sounds robotic or like computerized.
Yeah.
And I know other artists have done it, but I don't think they've done it in a way that is as personalized as 100 gecs is. Because that's essentially become their sound rather than, I mean, short of like T-Pain, who has like personified auto-tune.
Yeah.
I think 100 gecs has taken it in their own direction and said like, all right, T-Pain's done his thing. Here's our thing that's entirely unique to us that
Bon Iver did an album, I think, in 2017 where he pitch shifted like the whole album. Did you guys listen to it?
I know you didn't just say Bon Iver.
Bon Iver.
No!
Bon Iver the man.
What did Bon Iver do?
Is it French? I don't know. 22, a million. That's the album.
Yeah.
And he's doing all sorts of weird vocal stuff the whole time.
Yeah. Weird, like, titular names, too.
So it's a very cool, like, vocal effect. Kind of helps you stand out rather than just being clean vocals.
Yeah.
Well, and I think part of the reason that 100 gecs has sort of gotten the critical reception that they've gotten is that we're kind of past the point of, like, not accepting strange production styles.
The Uncali Valley is kind of like, that's not a real human voice.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're at the point where people are more accepting of strange music and being able to appreciate it and being able to understand the technical proficiency that goes into creating it.
Yeah, we've talked about TikTok a lot on the podcast, but I think TikTok is also a huge part of like the rise of 100 gecs' popularity and a rise of a lot of other just like weird things, you know, absurdist humor and absurdist makeup or home decor or things like that. And maybe it's just because we're living in a pandemic, but I think people are looking to get their like brains scratched in a really delicious way, in a new way. And I don't know. It's like this sort of the new Tumblr a little bit.
That's a fair point. Yeah. No, I think people are getting tired of more of the same.
Yeah.
And a sound as ridiculous and insane as 100 gecs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unlike anything anybody's heard before, unless you're getting into real niche subgenres that influence 100 gecs.
Totally.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I mean, they've been able to popularize the sound.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I think they kind of deserve the recognition they're getting for being able to write something so like unpalatable, but also being able to, I don't know, garner critical reception.
Can I show you guys a spot where I knew I was really going to like this album?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
It's the dubstep wobble that happens right at 150.
Yes!
And then like dogs bark.
Yeah.
I
like-
love their use of just like stock sound effects.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I mean, they were saying, we're not Song Exploder and we'll never be able to be Song Exploder.
No.
But Laura Less and Dylan Brady were talking about, I think they use Logic for their production. And yeah, they were saying so much of their sounds are just stock Logic instruments that they just warp and bend as far as they can.
There's a song down the album. but like the piano keyboard tone is like the shitty like Sony like $100 keyboard sound. And I'm like, that sounds so bad, but I love it.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
Yes! Money Machine!
Money Machine.
Hey, you little piss baby.
I feel like if you've heard 100 gecs and you haven't listened to this album, this is probably the song that you've heard.
Oh, yeah. It's their most played song on Spotify.
And I think this is the one that defines sort of their sound and their style.
This song is iconic.
I mean, we've got to play the intro.
Yeah. I know you want to hear it. I know you all are sitting at home. You're like, give it to me. I got you.
Hey, you little piss baby, you think you're so fucking cool, huh? You think you're so fucking tough? You talk a lot of big game for someone with such a small truck. Oh, look at those arms. Your arms look so fucking cute. They look like little cigarettes. I bet I could smoke you. I could roast you. And then you'd love it. You text me I love you. And then I'd fucking ghost you.
It's so good. It just, like, a lot of 100 gecs makes me want to shake my ass, but
Same.
I'd say Money Machine is one of those songs that has a little bit more of like a trackable melody to it.
Mm-hmm. I like the lyrical sort of attitude of this song
Yeah.
because it's very. I think 100 gecs is very like self-assured, and I think a lot of that comes through in their lyrics. Just because this album is generally just like trashing on men who like project their masculinity via like material means.
Sarah's
The big
smile
boys
just then
coming
was
with
so
the big trucks.
Yeah,
I think it's like simultaneously like so angry but also so wholesome. It's like it's dissing someone without like using a slur, I guess. I don't know. It's the purest way to diss someone. Your arms look like little cigarettes. You have such a small truck. Like,
well, and I love the idea of like getting someone to fall in love with you and then ghosting them as like a form of I don't
like
know,
revenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roasting
Yeah.
them basically.
It's so funny. It's very
Are they a couple, the two producers?
No, they met in St. Louis. I off the top of my head, I know one of them is from Chicago. I don't remember if it's Dylan or Laura. One of them is based in LA now, but they trade their tracks back and forth and produce separately. And like as they bounce ideas off of each other, the songs sort of start to take place. But it's important that they're from Chicago because the album art for
the monster.
The album art for 1000 gecs was taken in Des Plaines, which is a suburb northwest of Chicago.
Which is where I went today.
Did you go to the tree?
No, I went to a Benny's. Because it was the only Benny's in the Chicago area that had the beer I needed for the next episode. So I drove there.
I mean, how far away is the Gek tree from where we're sitting right now?
Half an hour.
Like we're half an hour away
have to
from
go.
the
Yeah, we
Holy
should go.
Land.
I think we should take a pilgrimage to the 100 gecs tree.
think
In the
we
middle
should.
of recording?
Not right now.
At least for social media.
Yeah. Oh, we got to go take a picture.
Okay,
Here's
great.
the Gek tree. Episode comes out
Gek,
tomorrow.
gek, 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 gek.
Cool. Should we move on?
Yeah.
Please.
Let's go to the weed song.
800 dB cloud.
Let's go to the weed song.
That's such a good, as you guys know how much I like play on words.
Yeah.
That's such a loud cloud.
That's a loud fucking cloud, dude.
Bro, they're fucking about to hit the booth.
Oh, geez. I love how like unassuming these songs start off and then they just turn into like aggressive. I don't know.
Yeah, talk about this one. Aggressive.
Yeah. I remember listening to this album all the way through for the first time at work a couple months ago.
Did you have headphones on or were you playing it out loud?
No, I had headphones on.
Okay.
He makes headphones for a living. He legally has to wear headphones.
No, so I mean, I got turned on to 100 gecs because a bunch of my friends were talking about them.
Naturally.
And eventually, like, my curiosity was piqued enough that I had to take a minute to sit down and be like, all right, what's this all about? And I, like, from the beginning of this album, could not turn it off. I had to listen all the way through because it's so engaging in a such a strange way. And this song stuck out to me just because of how basically insane the production is. I think we should play a little bit of it.
On the plane, I said I love you too. He said everything's different now, everything has changed. Always on the plane, always something new. I said nothing's new, nothing's changed, I still need you. I'm about to hit the booth.
You know what I didn't realize? I didn't realize they specifically reference Monster in this song.
Do they?
Holy shit!
Where?
Holy shit, where?
Verse 2. I'm addicted to monster money and weed.
Yes! Bro, me too!
Holy shit.
MMW, baby!
Oh my god. This is a funny song.
I'm addicted to monster money and weed. I'm so happy.
All right.
Oh, the screamo at the end is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we should talk about
they're just screaming just shut the fuck up. Where's the weed at?
I'm gonna play it.
Like, that's fantastic.
Holy shit, I'm gonna play it. Hey Logan, can I have you do an impression of that?
I'm not going to do an impression of that.
I used
No.
to be in a screamo band. We would try to pig squeal like that.
Were those your lyrics too?
I will tell you guys that my mom texted me after listening to the Remo Drive episode, and she said we sounded so professional.
Oh, your parents listen to us?
I don't think she listened to the whole episode. And she's definitely not going to listen to all this one because she would be wrong.
If you haven't listened to the last episode yet, or if this is your first time here, welcome. In the last episode, Zach told a story about how he shit on top of a clogged toilet in a public restroom.
No potty talk this episode, or we're going to turn it into polyrhythms.
Well, we already talked about butt chugging. So.
Oh, boy. All right. I need help immediately.
Oh, what do you need help with?
I need help figuring out what the fuck is going on with this song.
It's jazz, but
simply
made with a
couldn't tell
digital
you.
audio workspace.
This is probably the most esoteric song on this album.
It's a minute, and all of these songs are just little snacks. This whole album's like 20 minutes long.
It's like abstract art, like kind of hurts your eyes to look at.
100 gecs is the Picasso of music.
Okay, I don't know about that.
No, it's probably not. Yeah, this song is a little strange. I don't know if I would even call it a song.
It's like a weird, like, spoken word piece.
If we're gonna go back to like the rap hip hop analogy, this is a skit, maybe.
Or like a voicemail interlude.
I think it's still music. Like, define music.
Man, it's got to have a tempo and a
It doesn't
melody
have a
and a
tempo and a
rhythm.
melody.
What, so if I just fart into a mic as music?
I think. Oh, that was a beautiful song, Sarah. Thank you for that.
Oh, do you want a second stanza?
You know what? You're right. I released an ambient EP. It's uncle. I have nothing.
Music is just organized sound. They organized it.
Where are we going from here?
Do we have anything else to say about I Need Help Immediately?
Not really. I want to talk about Stupid Horse.
I can't believe that 100 gecs reinvented ska with one song.
You mean less good fast reggae?
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
I like that their influences are pretty apparent.
Yeah.
And I like, going back to the shit posting thing, ska is like musical shit posting.
Oh, yeah.
Ska,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's fun. Oh, speaking of ska, the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake came out the other day.
Can we tweet that right now? No context.
What? Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1
No.
and 2 remake?
Can we just tweet ska as musical shit posting?
Yeah, I'll do that right now. Hey guys, welcome to our podcast. I have the Twitter account pulled up. So you want, quote, ska is musical shit posting?
Yeah. Or just musical. Did you guys see who liked our Star Wars Instagram photo while we're talking about social media?
No, who?
An Instagram account called The Real Jar Jar Binks.
No fucking
And
way.
he just posts pictures of Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
I
He
was
can
like,
post
yo,
ours.
thanks, Jar Jar Love.
Thanks, Jar Jar. Okay,
One
cool.
of the only 2 characters in Star Wars.
Yeah. Thanks for come into our social media interlude. Anyway, Stupid Horse.
I like this song.
Stupid Horse is fun. Stupid Horse is like going back to the rap thing. It's kind of like a criticism on materialistic things and wealth and losing money in a stupid rich people way.
Yeah, that's
Love
way
that.
more than I took into it.
What did you get out of it?
It just confused me. I was just confused by it. I just I didn't know what to feel or when to feel.
I feel like our podcast archetypes are coming out a little bit.
In this episode
In this
specifically.
episode.
What are the archetypes?
Yeah, what are they?
You're the podcast dad.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what to feel. I didn't know when to feel.
Zach's like, can we listen to the Rolling Stones, please? Have you guys seen that? There's a quiz going around. It's called the Open Psychometrics, character quiz. And it's like 100 questions and 100 gecs. And you go through and you kind of pick one end of like a polar spectrum. And you do it for all this stuff. And they tell you which characters most align with you, like fictional characters, which is pretty fun. And I got like Linda from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Which I was very excited about.
I was trying to pick a cartoon character, and I think that's where I was going.
I got
Definitely
Linda from Bob's Burgers and Jake Peralta.
Oh, there you
I
go.
got Jake Peralta up there, even though ACAB.
Have you
They're not
seen
real
the Twitter
cops.
account, Your Favorite Cop is a Bastard?
It said like Perry the Platypus
They
is a
tweeted a picture of
bastard.
Jake Peralta. I thought that was silly. Speaking of things as other things, I found this Vice article from 2013 called "Which Energy Drinks Are Like Which Musicians,"
Oh.
and I wanted to read some of them for you
Yes,
guys.
please.
This was written by, let me find his name here because he deserves credit, Drew Millard.
Thank you, Drew.
Thanks,
Who
Drew.
Thanks for
is
your service.
at Drew Millard on Twitter. But I wanted to start off with a couple of these because they're very, very silly. Here's the deal. Drew Miller says Red Bull and Pit Bull are interchangeable. And I like what he has to say because some of these are written really silly. He says, I know all the words that come to mind when you think of Pitbull. Worldwide, classy, suave, clubs, branding, Bud Light, douchebag, bull. Most of those words also apply to Red Bull. On the real, though, Pitbull is one of the few rappers that modern culture sees zero harm in, and perhaps because of its extensive alternative sports /media/music empire, Red Bull has managed to distract us from the fact that it wasn't banned for 12 years in France because of concerns about its taurine content.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit! That's incredible. Who else? Give me more. Give me more.
Here we go. Molly Water is future. Molly Water is bottled water with MDMA powder shaken up in it. It's not an energy drink in the classical sense because it's literally just drugs. But it is an energy drink in the sense that if you drink enough of it, you'll have lots of energy. Atlanta's feature is Molly's current spokes rapper, and this one was mainly excuse to link to the song You Deserve It because it's the best song.
Should I pull it up?
Yeah, might as well. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, and grab the MDMA water too while you're at it.
Oh, yeah. I'll go
Let's
get
sip
it out
on
of the
that.
cooler. Okay, that goes hard as hell.
That goes
Yeah,
pretty hard.
there
That
we go.
goes fucking hard.
Are you guys familiar with the noise rock band Lightning Bolt?
No.
Oh, we might have to do an ep about them.
Okay.
Drew Miller says 5 Hour Energy is Lightning Bolt. Not only does Lightning Bolt sound like it should be the name of an energy drink, the band is like the human version of a 5 Hour Energy shot.
My
It only takes-
stepdad loves 5 Hour Energy.
no.
He buys it in bulk, and also he has the tattoo on his chest of the frog that goes, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey," with the top hat.
I didn't know he had a 5 Hour. Oh, he doesn't have a 5 Hour Energy tattoo.
No.
Yeah,
He
that's
just
what I
drinks a
thought
lot of
That would
it.
be fucking funny,
Rob, if
dude.
you're listening, hey,
Hi, Rob.
love ya.
Thanks for tuning in.
I know you guys know who Gucci Mane is.
Yes.
Drew Miller says AMP is Gucci Mane.
Okay.
Here's what he has to say about that. Much like Gucci, AMP is versatile, the choice of the true liquid energy supplement connoisseur. At its peak, AMP had something like 437 flavors, all of which offered a different take on the 4-hour energy rush that shortened both your nerves and your life. Similarly, Gucci Mane can rap over everything, and he's the rare rap master who's perennially overshadowed and underrated.
Damn.
Goodness gracious.
This is really good.
This is well thought out.
This is a
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good article.
Wow.
I like this one.
Drew.
Nas is ludicrous. Given Ludacris's role in the Fast and Furious films, I hold this comparison self-evident. Allow this to also serve as a PSA that Fast and Furious 6 will see its theatrical release on the May 24th of this year. This came out in 2013.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
What are they at now? Like 9?
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's our second Fast and Furious reference. Sarah, I know you like this one.
Uh-huh.
Balls is Fiddler. Though Fiddler's energy supplement of choice might be cocaine, and their most famous song asserts that they drink cheap beer, so what, fuck you. There's no greater distillation of their entire aesthetic than the word balls, misspelled and in all caps, proudly dumb and profoundly stupid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's fucking funny.
That's so good.
That's great.
That's all I have to say about that. I thought you guys would enjoy that.
Thank you
Monster.
so
Who was
much.
Monster?
Who is Monster? Monster's not on here, but
Monster's 100
Are
gecs.
you kidding me?
100 gecs is Monster.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
decided that for ourselves.
Should we email him?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
He needs to update
let's
his
tweet
list.
at him.
Yeah.
I followed him.
Yeah, can you tweet at him right now?
I'm going to tweet
Episode
twice.
of Live
And say,
tweeting.
RE, your article for Vice in 2013, we've discerned that 100 gecs is Monster. Can you tell him he didn't list Monster and we've decided
out for
who
I'm
Monster
going to do
is?
this later. I'm so pumped with Monster. I'm like thinking faster than my fingers can go.
That's good because we still have half an album to get through.
Great.
All right, I Would Never Stop, the 6th track on this album. Kind of dipping into that Tumblr aesthetic with the spelling convention, the stylization of the title of this song.
It's very e-girl.
It is very eager.
Oh, that's what it says. You know what? I just
I would never
looked at
stop
it as
you.
one word and didn't even like try to read it.
Brain
Oh,
cannot
dad energy. I'm
compute.
sorry.
Sarah, can you play a little bit of this track?
Yeah, for sure. That sounds so much like a middle school boy, like trying to write a song for his girlfriend, but his voice keeps cracking.
what is going on there, editing wise?
It sounds like they are either sampling the vocal line and playing an arpeggio on a keyboard or doing something similar to that.
Okay.
And going back to the T-Pain thing and like personifying like a technical element, I think this is sort of where they shine in that regard, because I can't think of many other instances where vocals are chopped up. Like, I mean, obviously it happens in electronic music all the time, but I don't think it's ever been stylized in this particular way or in a way that's as, I don't know, indicative of a band's sound.
And I just think it's funny how like vapid the lyrics are.
They're stupid.
I love how stupid they are and how it's just fluff lyrics, and it seems like they were like, okay, let's write the easiest, like just repeat the same verse over and over and over and over again, and we're just gonna fuck with it
Yeah.
and just kind of have a little jam session over the most cliche love song we've ever written.
I mean, you could take it either way. Like they put a lot of effort into this, or they put no effort into it.
And had to flesh out the album so
Yeah.
it wasn't just 15 minutes. Yep, I could see it. I'm really excited to talk about the next song.
Ringtone hits.
Yes!
Ringtone goes really hard.
Ringtone might be my favorite song on the album and is definitely the 100 gecs song with my favorite remix.
I think the remix is one of my favorite 100 gecs songs. The album version,
It's good.
it's good.
But this is one of the remixes I think that is better than the original.
I
And we'll
agree.
talk about another remix later that I don't think is better than the original. Can I play a little bit of the Ringtone remix?
Yes, please.
With the most stacked, like, artists on it. We got Charlie XCX, we got Rico Nasty, and we've got Caro Caro Bonito. Yum, 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 yum.
When he calls me, I go crazy. Call me with my friends, it doesn't faze me. Windows down, riding in the SUV. And I'm spilling champagne all on my screen, screaming. Glass is screeching, 100 miles per hour. He let me cause I'm wild, got my phone in the shower. Ring, ring, gonna let it ring out. Sounds so good when I turn it up loud. My boy's got his own ringtone. It's the only one I know, it's the only one I know. My boy's got his own ringtone. It's the only one I know.
The thing I think, about this remix is it feels like they kicked Dylan out of the room and they were like, we're going to have girl time. We're just going to have the ladies on 100 gecs song.
Have you guys listened to Charlie XCX's latest album, How I'm Feeling Now?
Just a little bit.
It sounds like she borrowed a lot of her style from 100 gecs, and I wonder if this collab had anything to do with that.
Oh, I
imagine
bet.
it did.
Yeah.
Totally. I was looking at AllMusic just now to see if I could find album credits, and I couldn't find anything that definitively said 100 gecs worked on Charlie XCX's latest album, but the sound is there, and I feel like that collab lent itself a little bit to that.
Well, I mean, Charlie XCX is kind of one of those artists that like does it for the girls and the gays. And I'm very much a part of like queer internet, right? So I remember when this remix dropped, there was a lot of people on my feeds just freaking out about it. A lot of girls, a lot of gays. Just tweeting like my boy's got his own ringtone because they were so excited to see Charlie and Rico Nasty.
I was excited to see Caro Caro Bonito on
and
this.
that's because you're a straight white gamer boy.
I am obsessed with Caro Caro Bonito.
I know you are.
I had this idea. I couldn't quite flesh it out before this ep, but I wanted to talk about artists in this vein who had some attachment to video games, because Sean Wasabi just announced that he has a Mango Tail video game coming out. Anamanaguchi did the music for the Scott Pilgrim video game, and also did the music for a game that they designed called Capsule Silence. Caro Caro Bonito wrote the theme song for an upcoming game called Bug Snacks.
What's Bug Snacks?
You want to know about Bug Snacks?
Yeah, what's Bug Snacks?
I don't fucking know what Bug Snacks is, but I'm so excited for it.
Is it spelled SNACKS?
No, it's not spelled SNACKS.
How is it spelled?
Bug Snacks is spelled BUGSNAX exclamation point.
Yo, that's Zoomer as fuck.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for Bug Snacks. And 100 over quarantine, there was this Minecraft music festival called it was called Netherment.
Jesus Christ.
The festival was called Netherment, and American football played at it. Anamanaguchi also played at Netherment, but 100 gecs was featured on a different live Minecraft music festival.
Coachella.
Yeah, it was Coachella.
Yep, 2018. Coachella.
So I feel like they fit in with that group of musicians who do it for the gamers.
Yeah, well, this kind of relates back to Sean Wasabi, is it's
Yeah.
more music for the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And I guess that's your taste in music.
People who are always online are discovering these weird fucking artists. And I'm proud to be a part of that little community. People who stay up past their bedtime to watch 100 gecs play music on Minecraft. Speaking of shit posting musically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gek. Oh my god. Oh lord.
I
I think it's a masterpiece.
yeah?
Can we talk about Lamont Young? Do you guys know who that is?
No.
Tell me.
He's a minimalist composer from not our time period. I don't know.
Sure.
But he would write minimalist compositions because he was like trying to like figure out, I think he was French. He was like trying to figure out like, what is music? Is music the art of writing it down? Is music the performance? Is music the actual sheet of paper? So he would write minimalist compositions and he'd be like, play one note, hold until done. And then he would publish it. Or he would be like one of his compositions he wrote out, it was like, bring a horse onto the stage. Like, give the horse hay. The piece is over when the horse eats the hay or doesn't eat the hay. So he's like, yeah, that can be music, because if music is the art of writing it down, he wrote it down.
I'm trying to remember the name of that I think it was a piano piece. And it was a composer. 4 minutes, 33 seconds.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
4 minutes, 33 seconds by John Cage. And
Yeah, and the music is like all the sounds that aren't music. So it's like the chair squeaking and the audience coughing. And
Yeah.
And I think they were like trying to see how long it would take before the audience started to like question it, because they like went up on stage and like they did set a timer, and they were just sitting to see like, all right, 4 minutes 33 seconds, like, see what happens in this silence.
I've actually performed that before.
Yeah,
Community college.
for real?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Holy shit! How did it go?
It was like, because I was a community college,
Right.
so like it was in their little auditorium, and it was for like the music department's like showcase at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And we just decided to do that because we thought it'd be funny. No one got it.
Not everyone is as cultured as we are. Should we move forward?
Yeah. Mr. Hand Crushed by a Mallet. Mm-hmm. What did you think about this one?
This is the one that, well, I know you're talking to Zach, but I'm going to interject myself.
Oh, I was not making eye contact.
This is the one with the remix that I listen. Listen.
Is this the Fall Out Boy one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very good.
If you know me, you know that I had a Fall Out Boy fan phase when I was younger. And I love Patrick Stump very much, and he does a little verse on this remix, and I think that that's kind of the best part of it. I think everything else just sounds like a watered-down version of the original song. But can I play Patrick Stump's part?
You can play Patrick Stump's part.
Listen, his voice is so nice.
Was dying to find a way to kill time. I didn't even get to tell you goodbye. I was dying to find a way to kill time. Now you're gone and I can't ever see.
And then it's just someone else doing Dylan Brady's part. And I know that they're like an important person, I think, in like the metal scene or something, but it just sounds like not 100 gecs.
But to us, they're just someone else.
I think it's kind of an Uncanny Valley situation where it's like, it's not different enough to like make the remix worth it.
Sure.
But the Patrick Stump part I like a lot, just because I enjoy hearing his voice.
There's a line in the song that I think sort of speaks to like the 100 gecs like essence or credo. Mm-hmm. You just copy everything we do. If I wasn't me, I'd copy me too. And I think part of the reason this album works so well is it's so self-assured.
Yeah.
And I think if you were anything less than 100% confident in this album when you were releasing it, it wouldn't work. Mm-hmm. But I think the fact that the intent is so purposeful really helps to sell like how ridiculous this album is. And I think, if you were in any way like a little bit embarrassed about putting out music that sounded like this or a little bit like uncertain of it, it just wouldn't land.
Oh, totally. If they didn't show up to their live shows looking like Scandinavian teens and like perform the shit out of this, it would flop.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know, it garnered a really specific...
I love how confident they are. Like
that. And I think that inspires confidence in the people who like it. Mm. Because I think if the people who liked it weren't also confident. Like, imagine showing this to your mom, right? Mm-hmm. And you're confident in liking this music because you like it and because the people who made it like it and because so many other people like it. But if it was like something you were kind of embarrassed about, it would kind of be like that juvenile thing of like wanting to hide it away from everyone else because it's kind of weird.
My girlfriend and I were in the car listening to the radio, and we were talking about artists that are guilty pleasures. And I think for the most part, I don't have a lot of guilty pleasures because I feel pretty confident in my taste in music.
Yeah.
But we were listening to Believer by Imagine Dragons, and let me make sure that's the name of that song.
Is it Imagine Dragons or American Authors?
No, it's Believer by Imagine Dragons.
Oh my god. Should I pull it up?
Yeah, can you play a little bit of that song?
Oh, I know what song you're talking about.
Things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired.
This is a guilty play, a deep-seated, like, I'm embarrassed that I like this song.
Can I play a guilty pleasure song of mine?
You can play a guilty pleasure song of mine.
Of mine.
Of yours.
Yeah. Because I got wine drunk the other day. And I was talking to my partner about how I used to own Badlands by Halsey on vinyl. And listen, some of it's good. Okay, I'm going to play the song Hold Me Down by Halsey off of her 2015 album Badlands.
Sold my soul to a 3-piece, and he told me I was holy. He's got me down on both knees, but it's the devil that's trying to hold me down.
So anyway, Halsey gets memed on, but like for whatever reason, it just scratches an itch.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess the point I wanted to make is like, I'm pretty unapologetic about liking Coldplay, and like I don't hate Nickelback, but they get memed on pretty hard.
Nickelback is good.
Imagine Dragons fucking sucks, dude. They're so bad, but I love that song. I love that song so much, and I'd be
That's
so
how I feel about
embarrassed.
like Rascal Flatts.
No, Life is a Highway rips.
That's the one song.
Do you listen to other Rascal Flatts songs?
Is God Bless the Broken Road a Rascal Flatts
It's not
song?
on the Cars soundtrack. Who fucking cares?
Yeah. Did your girlfriend have an answer for guilty pleasure music?
Also, Imagine Dragons.
Also,
Yeah, we were bonding
That's fair.
over liking Believer, which came out in 2017. I thought that was a new song because it's been on the radio a bunch lately.
Yeah.
But I guess people just really like Imagine Dragons.
Well, you're gonna have to talk to my partner about that because he was making a case for the Imagine Dragons album Night Visions, which I also used to own on
Yeah, it's
vinyl.
almost
Oh,
radioactive, isn't it?
Did you get it at an Urban Outfitters?
Oh God, I probably bought it on Amazon because I was 17.
Oh boy, let's wrap it up.
2012 that came out.
Let's wrap it up. Geck to you.
Always up, bound, yeah, and I was
That's the worst sounding snare drum I've ever heard in my life.
Hold on, play it back.
kind of full, yeah, I'm always up, bound, yeah.
I like it.
It's the only real snare drum on the whole album, I'm pretty sure.
Let me play a little bit at the beginning of this because I don't think that paints the full picture.
You're right. That's the only note I took for that song.
I don't know if I can get to you. Don't know if I'll be back. I don't know how to be alone. I'm off looking.
Okay, work.
Get hyped.
I hate to interrupt, but I've almost had an entire 16-ounce monster.
Oh, hell yeah,
and
dude. Is it
I
pee-pee
need to
time?
pee so bad. I almost
Time.
made it through the whole album.
Dear viewer, welcome back to our podcast, in which inevitably once per episode we have to stop and do a potty break.
Thanks for being so patient with me and my tiny bladder. I guess I really am the little piss baby.
Before you left us, we were wrapping up our podcast
Yes.
with the eponymous Geck to You. I guess it's not eponymous. They just use the word Geck in the name of their band and this song.
And geck.
And Geck.
Did we talk about what a geck is?
No.
Can we talk about that before we finish up?
Do you know what a Geck
Dissect
is?
the
I
geck.
thought I read that they just saw that like in a graffiti. They just saw that word 100 geck. Is that true? Did I read that? Am I making that up?
I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Why are they called
Deep
gecks?
hitting music journalism here on Album ReBrews.
After seeing the word spray painted on the side of a building in Chicago, yeah.
We do our research live.
Hi,
Hey,
welcome
Jamie.
to Album ReBrews, where we prepare absolutely nothing before we sit down and spew shit for an hour.
Good lord. Do you guys feel like we've encapsulated this album for you all?
I think
Oh,
so.
totally.
Yeah.
I don't think anything that we say is gonna perfectly encapsulate the experience of chugging a Monster Energy, smoking a boof, and just getting gecked. I'd say if you want to listen to this,
Get gecked, bro.
do it for yourself.
You
have
have
a
to-
moment.
You have to be a little caffeinated
You have to
listen to this
get
album.
gecked.
Have you guys thought about a Brewski?
I thought of one.
What is it?
The one I was thinking was most likely to get an Adderall prescription.
Pretty good. Zach, what have you been thinking
I
about?
was gonna say most likely to get or most likely to curate Dodgez. That's not as good.
That's funny. I
What
like
about
get. I was thinking like most likely to snort pixie sticks.
Fuck.
I like
get.
I do too.
I like the idea if we're gonna tweet at the artist that they're gonna be like, "What?"
I'm gonna put it on a kid's certificate.
So good.
In Comic Sans. I think that's perfect.
Can we publicly thank Sean Wasabi for replying to our tweets?
Sean.
Sure.
Yeah.
I had a really exciting. So I do most of the social media for the podcast, and we tweeted at Sean Wasabi and presented him with his ReBrewski, and he tweeted back. He
Yeah,
said,
thank
"Thanks,
you for
I'm
that. What a nice guy."
honored," with a little green heart.
Yeah.
So shout out. Who's next?
Big love to
gecs?
Sean Wasabi.
Interact.
Oh, I did also. Are we wrapping up or no?
Yeah.
I did also want to do a big shout out to Log.
That's me.
Our resident engineer who makes all this sound super crisp.
Oh,
and
thanks,
you can
buddy.
hear every little syllable I am
Yes.
saying with my mouth. It's all great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you, Log. And
Log.
big thanks to Sarah for doing our social media. It is, in fact, more funny than the podcast.
Thanks, Zach. Log, would you please formally present the ReBrewski?
Laura Less and Dylan Brady of 100 gecs. If you would like to come down and please accept your reward, your ReBrewski for most likely to get. We would be honored to have you. Is there any stuff you guys want to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, actually, I want to plug an organization that we talked about in the description of our last podcast. But there's this really cool Chicago organization called the Love Fridge. They're setting up community fridges all around the city of Chicago. And if you have the time, if you have the energy, I believe their is at the Love Fridge Chicago. And they have a link tree in their bio with ways to volunteer, ways to donate, drop off some free non-perishable food and not raw meat. And
I was going to drop off so much raw meat. And then I saw it. And I looked at their website.
Zach texted us because we linked to the Love Fridge. I'm thinking about the
link tree.
Gek tree.
Oh, the Gek tree.
We linked to the Love Fridge in a post last week when we uploaded the Remo Drive episode. And then Zach texted us, "Hey, I tried to take some stuff to the Love Fridge, but they don't take raw meat."
Well, there's like not someone there, I don't think, right? You can just drop it off.
No, they're just community fun.
So I could have done it, but
but you should not
But no, then I read the rules and I was like, oh, they don't want raw meat, which makes sense because it could be bad or whatever.
Right.
I just had a lot of raw meat for some reason.
Anyway, they are looking for plant-based or non-perishable food items, some pasta, some rice and beans, some
hook 'em
Gatorade, some Monster Energy.
Monster
Get someone
Energy.
gecked. Other than that, I mean, thank you for tuning in. We love it. We love having people listen. If you want to check us out on the internet, we are at Album ReBrews on Twitter and Instagram.
I think that wraps it up.
Yeah.
Get
Cool.
gecked, bro.
Get gecked.
Get gecked. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.